to the game here in Sterling or in Sedgwick. It's opening night of the 2024 high school football season in Kansas, and we are in Sedgwick as the Cardinals host your Sterling Black Bears. Tonight we are excited to once again offer a simulcast of the Sterling Black Bears. Each week through the football season, the Black Bears will be simulcasted on KSKU 94.7 or the Ad Astra Sports #2 stream, as well as Black Bear Broadcasting at shsblackbears.com. Tonight we're on Ad Astra Sports #2, so tell your friends about the new Ad Astra app. I am Brian Richter, and along with the always colorful Clark the Shark Comley and producer-engineer Chad Comley, we bring you Sterling Black Bear football. This is the Drive to the Game, brought to you by Midway Motors. Sterling's 41-6 victory over Sedgwick in 2023 was not only big for Sterling, but surprising that the Cardinals were held to one touchdown. Sterling ground out almost 400 yards on a soggy field last year in Sterling, and Sterling's stout defense held the Cardinals to 23 yards on the ground while only holding their high-powered passing game of Sedgwick to 11 completions and 111 yards. Sedgwick had an impressive 8-2 season last year where they won District 6 over Marion and made the playoffs, where they lost to Valley Heights in the second round. The Cardinals averaged 43 points in 9 of their 10 games. Of course, the lone regular season loss was to Sterling, in which the Black Bears again won 41-6. And we'll take a break right now. This year, the Cardinals are certainly shooting for more. A 3-year starter, senior All-State quarterback Corey Crumrine leading the charge. Crumrine was outstanding last year, throwing for over 3,100 yards and 34 touchdowns with only 2 interceptions, which is quite frankly amazing. Crumrine isn't alone. Senior receiver Dallas Legree, who had 856 yards and 7 touchdowns last season. Sedgwick is returning 8 starters on defense and 6 on offense, so this is a team loaded with experience. Sedgwick has been outstanding during head coach Jeff Warner's 17 years at Sedgwick. The Cardinals are 131-46 with 18 seniors on the roster. I have to believe that the Cardinals believe this could be the year to reach the state championship game. Ad Astra's Scott Miller and Clark Comley both visited with the coaches this week, and we're not ready for that, I can see. Sterling, though, they're looking to take the next step after finishing last year at 6-4 and a playoff appearance for the first time since 2016. It was the first winning season since 2017 when the Bears went 6-2, while the 2023 record may not look outstanding. It did include 2 losses to 1A state champion Conway Springs, a 1-point loss to Medicine Lodge, who was the sub-state runner-up to Conway Springs, and Marion, who lost to Conway in the quarterfinals. Fifth-year head coach Brent Schneider has his largest team he's had and has ample experience in the backfield, led by junior Zane Farney, who rushed for 1,500 yards last season and over 1,200 his freshman year. Once again, it will be a game of contrast as Sterling wants to run the ball as much as possible out of its flexbone offense with 3-year starter junior Logan Isaac under center. Farney and Isaac are joined in the backfield by another 3-year starter, junior Wyatt Newberry, who ran for over 600 yards in 2023. Senior Dylan Burgess rounds out the backfield as he gets his chance to make his mark this year. The Bears have a stable of young running backs behind them and look to see sophomores Darren Maxwell and Tucker Haas somewhere back in the mix tonight or sooner than later. The Bears don't throw it much, but when they do have big play capability with 6'5's junior Boston Eckert, who mans the wide receiver position, where in 2023 he only had 9 receptions but averaged 41 yards per catch, and 4 of those 9 were touchdowns. The question mark for Sterling will be a completely new offensive line with returning part-time starter senior Waylon Schmidt. Starting at tackles will be junior Kevin Ploutz and Schmidt. Junior Cale Thomas, who started as a freshman, is back at guard along with sophomore Derek Crone. Sophomore Cameron Morris will make his debut at center. Rounding out the line is tight end Nolan Ploutz. Sorry. Are you ready? For me? You got anything else? I'm still going? Okay. We're just breaking this thing in right now as we're figuring it out on the way. We've got
your destination for Friday Night Lights.
Okay, we'll be back after this, and you'll hear the two coaches in their coaches show.
AdAstroRadio.com. Hit Radio 94.7 KSKU.
This is country music singer-songwriter Nicole Gallion here to tell you about my hometown, Sterling, Kansas. There's wonderful things happening in Sterling, and we would like your family to join us. Consider moving your family to our safe, rural community where we currently have brand new spec homes and apartments with 3-bedroom duplexes coming very soon. Now is your chance to enroll your children in our award-winning school district. Soon we will be even closer to the metro due to the new highway. Come enjoy our small town charm while being just a short drive away from the big city.
Get the most out of your wireless service with Nextech Wireless. Get unlimited talk and text with 22 gigabytes of high-speed data for $25 a month. And that's not all. We have all the latest devices and a team who will help you every step of the way. Get a device on us with no contract. Nextech Wireless. Home on the range.
KSKU.
And we welcome you back to the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Now pleased to be joined with the head coach of the Sedgwick Cardinals, Coach Jeff Warner, as this 2024 football season is ready to get kicked off. Coach, I'm sure your team is very excited to get this season underway, especially coming off such a successful season last year at 8-2, a deep run in the playoffs. How's the off season gone for you? And tell us a little bit about this team you've got coming back.
You know, we've had a good off season. We felt like we had a good winter, and then led into some stuff that we did really well in the summer. We're going to have about 49 guys in uniform, and so for a school our size, that shows a lot of interest in our football program. This team has 15, 16 seniors, and so we returned some guys who played a lot of football. We're hoping that our senior class can kind of pull along. We have some smaller numbers in our junior class, but we're kind of hoping the experience of the seniors can carry us through this year. And in high school football, when you return, a quarterback, and really any football at any level, if you have a starting quarterback back, that's always a positive.
No question about that. And you've got one of the better ones, Corey Crumrine, who's thrown for over 3,000 yards. Not only that, really, the Sedgwick offense has been known as one of the more dynamic offenses, kind of in that lower class. But I also know that you key a lot of that off of the run as well to kind of keep all those defenses honest.
Yeah, we really do try to establish the run. We try to have a balance. And, this year I think we have a group of 3 or 4 running backs that by committee I think could be one of our stronger groups. And we'd sure like to take a little pressure off our quarterback and to establish the run in some games, which makes the passing game so much more difficult. So that's really our game plan going into game 1, is we really want to establish the run this season and try to be a little more balanced.
Well, you're certainly one of the premier teams in 1A, but boy, it's a tough schedule to start, especially right here tonight against a very good Sterling team. What are you going to have to do to come out on top, Coach?
Well, we're going to have to, they've beaten us the last 2 seasons, and we're going to have to stop. They have one of the top running backs in 1A, and their fullback, he runs really well, and we're going to have to take that away from them. Last year they were able to establish him, and we just weren't able to get the ball back very often, and they just kind of grind you out. They have not thrown, I think they've thrown 1 pass in the last 2 years against us. So they're going to line up and run the ball and run the clock, and then they've been very, very physical. They're also one of the more talented teams. Their junior high teams have been outstanding the last couple of years, and I know looking at their roster, they're in the 50 range in terms of kids out for football. So Sterling's got something going, and I tell people all the time, I think they're a dark horse in 1A. And they take another step from last year, I think they'll be one of the top teams to beat.
Well, it should be a great matchup, one of the premier matchups in 1A for sure. Coach, we appreciate the time and best of luck tonight.
Hey, thank you very much.
And that will do it for Coach Warner here on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. We've got more coming up after this.
You're at the 50-yard line for Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights is streaming online at AdAstroRadio.com and on the Ad Astro Radio app for your smartphone or tablet. Hit Radio 94.7 KSKU.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers, but did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
If you're looking for a friendly dentist that makes you feel at home, make an appointment with Dr. Douglas Henshaw, DDS in Sterling. Dr. Henshaw takes pride in maintaining your dental health and beautifying smiles, specializing in orthodontics, bleaching, veneers, fillings, crowns, and bridges. Dr. Henshaw's office can also help with personally fitted mouth guards, mini implants, TMJ, and sleep apnea. Online at henshawdds.com. Trust your smile to Dr. Douglas Henshaw, DDS in Sterling.
KSKU.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's coach with the head coach of the Black Bears, Brent Schneider. Coach Schneider, this is going to be what season for you as you enter into this fall campaign?
It's going to be season 6.
So tell me some of the highlights so far as your career has been 6 years long here in Sterling. What can you talk about that you really, your mind goes back to when you reflect on how things have gone so far?
Yeah, I think that we've done a nice job of, and the kids too have done a nice job of building the culture of the program that we have right now. So we have a lot of kids out. We have 50 kids in our program now.
I saw there's a lot of guys over there. Oh, you just said it. So how many total guys you got out?
We got 50 kids in the program.
Wow.
And
don't you think that's impressive?
It is impressive. A lot of numbers in the state aren't as great as ours. We got some schools that even in our league with some lower numbers, so it's definitely nice to have.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about Sedgwick. Their first opponent this year, Sedgwick Cardinals, predominantly been a kind of a power in never really state championships, but always on the hunt. And so to me, it's kind of a tough thing to start off with.
Yeah, it is. In the last couple of years, we've met them a little bit later, and we've had a chance to kind of get our feet under us a little bit, and kind of going back to starting with them in week 1, which we did when my first year. We played Sedgwick week 1, and they are a tough opponent to start against. They also they do what they do, and they're not changing a lot, but they're really good at it. And they are a powerhouse. They're going to be very good. I think they have 8 or 9 returning starters on both sides of the ball, and so they were playing really good football as the season went on last year, and I think they think that their last game of the season against Valley Heights was a little bit of a hiccup, and they're very hungry right now. So we expect their best effort. We expect a very good football game, and we're excited for the challenge.
Okay, well, we're excited to see you play tonight, and thanks for your time, Coach, and we'll get back with you next week when we find out how things go.
It's time to take the field for Friday Night Lights. Listen to Friday Night Lights right from your iPhone or Android device. Download the Ad Astra radio app. Hit radio 94.7 KSKU.
Are you drowning in clutter and running out of space? Lakeside Storage is your answer. With 24-hour access, units to fit your needs, and outdoor spaces, our secure gated storage makes it easy. Reserve your unit online today at lakesidesterling.com.
At Hutchinson Community College, our online education department enables you to take classes anytime from anywhere. Flexible, affordable, and designed to fit your schedule. HutchCC's online education could be the answer for you. Email info@hutchcc.edu.
This is country music singer-songwriter Nicole Gallion here to tell you about my hometown, Sterling, Kansas. There's wonderful things happening in Sterling, and we would like your family to join us. Consider moving your family to our safe, rural community where we currently have brand new spec homes and apartments with 3-bedroom duplexes coming very soon. Now is your chance to enroll your children in our award-winning school district. Soon we will be even closer to the metro due to the new highway. Come enjoy our small town charm while being just a short drive away from the big city.
KSKU.
This is the Midway Motors Drive to the Game here on Ad Astra Radio, and live from Sedgwick as the Cardinals take on the visiting Sterling Black Bears. I am Brian Richter, and well, Along with Clark Comley and producer-engineer Chad Comley, tonight's broadcast is being simulcasted on shsblackbears.com and the Ad Astra Sports #2. Well, I don't have his song queued up. We're a little late in the game, but it's been 6 long months for you all that you haven't been able to hear him. The last time you heard him was back in March at state basketball, and your wait is finally over. The legend is here. It's now time for Clark the Shark Comley and the Shark Bites of the Game, presented to you by Precision Engraving and Awards of Sterling. Welcome back, Clark.
Hey, thanks, Brian. Well, you want me to talk?
Oh, yeah, I want you to talk.
The Shark Bites of the Game.
I threw that to you, and that's all you gave me.
It's the same as they always are. I mean, it's a new season. Sedgwick's going to do the same thing they do. We're going to do the same thing we do. The last 2 times, our thing's been better. So if that's the case tonight, we'll come out with the victory. If they are a little faster and their passing game gets guys open and they get their speed out, then they're going to score a lot of points. It's pretty simple. If they can stop the run in our run game, and they can get guys open, then they'll be advantage Sedgwick. If they can't stop the run, we're going to win because we're going to just run out the clock and stuff, and they won't be able to stop it. So those are the Shark Bites, is whose will be imposed upon their opponent.
Well, that is true, and it's a clash of styles, to say the least. We want to welcome in our newest member of our team as they're getting ready for the opening toss here. That would be producer-engineer Chad Comley, who he has brought you in the past the sure-to-be-wrong stats of the game, and you can sure count on those again tonight. Tonight, Wendy Comley is going to be in charge of those, so they'll probably.
I think they'll still surely be wrong.
I'm taking her.
The chances are a little better if Wendy's doing them, but the odds of doing them stats right are pretty slim.
Well, seriously, we are glad to have Chad along with us.
No, Chad thinks he's still doing stats. He's trying to do 2 jobs: producer, engineer, and stat man.
Well, it trying to do anything with the Shark around.
You notice this booth is shaking up here?
Yes, is that you?
No, it's not standing still. I think it's somebody on top of us moving around up there.
Well, that was us a few years ago. We're actually inside, and it's hot, and we can't see.
It's pretty warm in here, but we have a beautiful fan blowing upon us. Do we have an inside camera so I can show them the fan?
No, we don't tonight, Clark.
No.
This is a non-district game, with Sedgwick being in District 6 along with Inman, Marion, Mound Ridge, and Remington. Sterling will see Mound Ridge at home next week and travel to Inman in week 3. Sterling is part of District 7, which has 6 schools, that includes defending state champion Conway Springs, has Ellenwood, Medicine Lodge, Trinity Catholic, and the newest 11-man team in 1A, one of the 13, the South Sumner Outlaws, who have been playing 8-man as Sterling will receive. And so we'll have Caldwell and South Haven, known as South Sumner, visit us later in the season.
All right. Why are we receiving? Did we win the toss or lose the toss?
You know, I was doing this, so I didn't see that.
I didn't see it. Chad, did you see who won the toss? We're doing good so far. We're 0 for 3 on who won the toss. But you at home probably saw it when the ref came over and put his hands like this. You know, you guys are seeing me do this at home. If I had a camera up here, they could see it.
Well,
when they do that, then that's what means that's who won the toss.
Can't tell that on the screen. I have a graphic up there that shows the Sports Writers 1A preseason poll.
Where are we at in it?
Well, we're listed down here in the bottom as receiving the 10th or 11th most votes, but you can see that Conway Springs, Rossville, that used to be 2 and 3A, is now in 1A.
Who invited them?
I didn't. Medicine Lodge, Sedgwick. You'll also see Mound Ridge down there as well.
Hey, we're playing them next week.
Exactly. So you're seeing
they're an 8-man team. Why are they on there?
Well, there you go. Tonight's broadcast, again, we want to mention our fans, and those of you at home can see that I am Brian Richter, and you got the Shark in the middle. I don't know what that picture is, and of course Chad Comley. So of course Clark always gets the most billing. Well, we're about ready for kickoff, and all the mess is over with, and so we're ready here in Sedgwick as the Black Bears take on the Sedgwick Cardinals. Sedgwick will kick off. Sterling will receive. Zane Farning, wearing number 1 this year, is back to receive for Sterling.
Why is he wearing 1? It's the loneliest number that you've ever known.
Number from 9, and Here's the kick from
Ooh, that is in the air.
Legree. It's really high. He's one of the state's best kickers. Zane will grab it on the 1 yard line, and he's going to be surrounded by 6 or 7, 8, 9 Cardinals. And at least he was able to get it out to about the 15-yard line where Sterling will take over.
Zane did a great job to get it where he got it.
He sure did.
There was not a white jersey around Zane. There's 5 red ones, no white.
Sterling will take over first down. This field sits kind of sideways, if you will. It doesn't really truly sit north and south, and the sun will be in our eyes for a while here. Sterling, of course, in their double wing, or their what I call a wishbone offense, and Sterling will go to the right side, give to Farney right away, and a submarine tackle by Dallas Legree, the all-star wide receiver, makes the tackle, but Zane will get 3.
It was a weird-looking tackle. He just kind of dove down.
Sterling quickly out of the huddle. Again, Sterling loaded with a bunch of fresh new faces on the offensive line, with Waylon Schmidt really with the only one with varsity experience. Logan Isaac with Wyatt Newberry on a sweep, a toss sweep, and he's got some room, and he could go. Wyatt over the 50. Now can he outrun? And he will not outrun Noah Little. And Wyatt with a.
Well, we're off to a good start. What a great run play that was.
Looks like a 47 or 57-yard run, depending on where the sticks were. I didn't
sure to
see
be
it.
Wrong stat guy's got it going on that thing.
So a nice gain.
He says it's a 52-yard run.
Nice game for Wyatt. Be sure to stream tonight's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra radio app powered by Nextech Wireless. The latest in phones and devices at the best prices. So Sterling with a huge play to start the game. Just started here, 11:15 left. Farney over the left side. He's quickly cut off by Gage Harris, the 160-pound senior. There were 3 Cardinals in the backfield keying all over Farney. There is a flag on the play, and that doesn't look good for the Black Bears as they are walking.
Well, I don't know. Their guy kind of pushed us down after the play. We'll see here.
Okay, the officials are talking about
There's
it.
2 flags. We could have offsetting maybe.
Okay. Got a chop block on Sterling and a face mask on Sedgwick. So you're right, Clark. So they'll offset, chop block being that one is high and one is low. And
that really turns out to our benefit since our play didn't go very far.
I would totally 100% agree. We are at 11-11 just in the quarter. Been a lot of action already here, and we haven't even gone 1 minute yet. 49 seconds to be exact here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. You are listening to Friday Night Lights on the Ad Astra Sports #2 app. Logan Isaac, the junior 3-year starter, he'll go to his left side. Option pitch to Wyatt Newberry. Wyatt can't make the safety or outside linebacker miss, and that was Dallas Legree again. He gets up awful excited. Here it will be 2nd down and 11. Last year Sterling didn't pitch it a lot in their offense, and Clark is convinced that Logan Isaac has to play a huge role in the Black Bears offense this year. 10.5 remaining. Sterling with a huge run by Wyatt Newberry of 52 yards 3 plays ago. Farney will go up the middle. He'll bounce around. He will get 3 out of the deal. He'll cross over all the way down to the 25-yard line, which will bring up 3rd and 7.
I like the start of our offense. I liked, even though we didn't go very far on that last play with Wyatt getting the pitch, I liked it.
It was a new wrinkle that we really
liked
had
it
to
a
see
lot.
where the quarterback pitched it at all. If you're, well, we'll get to that after this last play. Glad you could join us tonight as we're back on at Astra, and we told they wanted us to do it, and so we're back doing it with our own little flavor this year. Logan will go back to pass. He's got Boston right in the middle. Boston didn't stop running. He had the size differential over Owen Looper, and that will bring up 4th down. So Boston.
I like the call, though.
Did too.
I think this is looking good, actually, for the
9-41.
longevity of everything.
If some of your people that are watching are struggling to get on shsblackbears.com, you're going to have to coach them how to clear their cache in their browser, as I moved over to a new website, and so that's probably why. If they can't get it, that's why. It's going to 4th and 7. Sterling with Eckert to the left. Newberry and Burgess at the wings. Farney at fullback. It'll be a pitch to Burgess. He cuts in, cuts out, and he'll be just across the first down line, and he gets all the way down to the 18-yard line.
Another nice wrinkle right there.
I didn't think he was going to make it. He was running.
It looked a little slow developing, but ended up being pretty nice.
So Sterling with another first down, quickly out of the huddle. It's 9:27 in the first. No score here in Sedgwick. Sterling heading to the southeast, if you will. Farney behind. Logan Isaac, one of the few quarterbacks you'll see under center, and there is some movement on the offensive and defensive line, both teams pointing at each other. And we'll wait for the call. Getting excited to be here this first night of the season. And we're still trying to work on. There will be a false start on Sterling, which will put a.
Whatever, we're doing great, man, for our first game in the first quarter. We're just moving right along nice.
1st and 15 now.
I hate that penalty right there.
Cameron Morris at center, the sophomore. It's a toss sweep to Wyatt Newberry, who gets a nice block, and he's down to the. He'll be down to the 4-yard line, but there is a flag behind the play, and I believe there is a hold on Sterling right tackle or a block in the back.
Man, penalties are destroying us right now.
Derek Crone with a really nice block, but I think he might have made it a little too long, and they went ahead and called an illegal use of the hands.
Holding on the Bears.
They're going to call it a hold, which I guess is the new. They don't really call it any different anymore. So another huge penalty for Sterling, but for Sterling you have to feel good about the right sweep, the sweep of Wyatt Newberry and the great blocking over there. I think Clark's outside working with his fans. We haven't heard from him.
I can't see in the booth.
It is terrible. Logan Isaac with the carry on the option. He takes it all the way down to the 17, 18-yard line, and so it'll bring up 2nd and 12. Another new wrinkle for the Bears.
Yeah, I really like the way our offense is starting the season here. This is looking pretty good.
Now, Clark, when we were visiting about this earlier in the day, you said that Sterling really needs to do that in order to not be quite as predictable as last year.
Well, I just would like to see Logan run it more, and be more active running and pitching, and he is.
Well, I didn't tell you he was going to.
No, you knew this already?
Yes.
Well, you didn't share that with me.
Well, he carried it there and got smashed by Karsten Conway. Was the first one in there. I missed the second one. So Sterling will lose yards there, another 5, and so it'll bring up 3rd and 15 for the Black Bears.
This is the battle of big plays. They get one, we get one.
Penalties and
so now it's our turn. Let's get it to the end zone. I bet we get it in the end zone if we don't get a flag.
Now under 8 minutes here, 0-0 if you're just joining us. Sterling took the opening kickoff and started on the 15-yard line. A nice run, 52-yard run by Wyatt Newberry has put Sterling in position. First down run by Dylan Burgess got him a key first down on 4th down.
Man, we're shifting. You see all these shifts we're doing? That's awesome.
Sterling with double tight. Boston Eckert at the left. Logan will roll. He's under serious pressure. Never had a chance.
Sacked by Aiden Johnston.
Aiden Johnson, the 175-pound senior, and they generally play a lot of small guys on their front line, Clark, which becomes a problem when you're so quick. So Sterling now back to the Sedgwick 30 after at one point before the penalty down to the 4-yard line. Now
we tried to roll him out to give him a little space, but it was just not, it was too quick.
Yeah,
the guy was just in there too quick.
He came from our right side, and Sterling will again bring Nolan Ploutz in the left tight end, Eckert out on the right. My guess is just a heave that Logan doesn't even have a chance to even attempt to throw a pass, and Sedgwick will take over on downs.
Well, they just started blitzing everything. I mean, they got us a little behind the sticks and they just picked up their blitz packages like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Those first part of the possession early when we first were making the drive, they weren't blitzing. I think we're having an earthquake up here. My goodness.
Corey Crumrine, the quarterback, threw over 3,000 yards last year and 32 touchdowns, I believe, and only 2 interceptions. He quite amazing, and Ferguson with it right up the middle, runs over 4 Black Bears. A flag comes flying from the deep side. I would guess it's an illegal block or possibly a face mask. Gain of 8.
I would say it could go either way with that.
It's going to be on
us. Face mask.
It was a face mask.
Face mask on the Bears.
Rice County or Community Health, we care for our patients like family. Helps us bring you this football game here on the Ad Astra.
Okay, is that our clinic, Brian?
Yes, it is up in Lyons. That's up in Lyons.
That's up in Lyons.
It's our Rice County Community Health. Yeah. Ferguson right up the middle, and the Black Bears are just getting pushed
on the carry.
Off the ball. That was a 3-yard gain for Ferguson.
3-yard gain.
As he gets it down to the 48 of Sedgwick, just near the 50-yard line.
Okay, he's a problem. When in the warm-up, when they were introducing the team, he was doing backflips. He's athletic.
He did not play against us last year.
He is very big and athletic.
He was hurt.
Here he comes.
Crumrine dropped back, a little swing pass to Ferguson. He might have looked up before he caught it, so it'll be 3rd and 7.
I'm sticking with what I said. He's still athletic, even though he dropped it.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you there. Ferguson, as I said, he did play last year, but I don't believe he played against Sterling as he was injured. He's 195 pounds, 6'2", and if Clark says he can
backflip,
that's pretty impressive.
Pretty athletic, yeah.
Crumrine. He'll give it to Ferguson, and Ferguson has a humongous hole.
He's a load.
Short. Well,
Ferguson on the carry.
Clark, you could have swum through that hole. There, our interior defensive line.
It's still 4th down.
It is 4th and 1.
So if they screw up, it's going to be our ball. You figure 8 is going to get the ball here.
Sterling running this 4-3 with their linebackers right up. Crumrine will take it himself, bounces it, but he'll be tackled by Wyatt Newberry, but he will get 7-8 yards all the way down to the Sterling 38-yard line, and Sedgwick is doing a good impression of Sterling right now.
Are they not going to throw the ball in this first drive?
Newberry on the tackle.
Right now he doesn't have to with trips to the left.
I just keep giving it to 8 the way that thing's going.
It's a matter if he just wants to play with his offense as the clock runs now at 5:49 in the first quarter. Crumrine roll left, finds Owen Looper, but it'll be incomplete. Had some pressure by
pass incomplete to Owen Looper.
Nolan Plouts. There will be an official timeout for, not sure, they're talking to the, I think it's about the clock not starting on time, or got some difficulty with the clock, I'm guessing.
Maybe they need some help from me with this tech stuff. I did get everything up and wired.
5:49 is what we're saying, so the clock stopped on that earlier play. Got it set for 5:47. So still got a delay here. Sedgwick on the move down to the Sterling 38-yard line. Sterling with a nice drive, only to be denied and backed up with penalties and 2 sacks by the Cardinals.
Talking to the athletic director there. Looks like they're maybe going to move on.
Keep it on the field, maybe. Okay, here we go. 5:39. It was an incomplete pass, so it's 2nd and 10. Crumrine with Ferguson to his left. He's got trips to the right. Legree out here to the right. He may be wanting to go to him. He'll roll to his left. Quick pass. He wanted it to, I believe, to Owen Looper, but Spencer Crumrine, his brother, could have caught it too. His Spencer is a freshman, and Clark knows all about him from last year.
He's got a friend that's fast too. There's 2 freshmen. I don't know the kid's name, but Speedy might be a good name for him because they're fast.
3rd and 10, and Clark, right now the passing game for them.
They should have kept running it.
Yes. Sometimes you have toys. You like to play with them as they finally get the call from the sideline. 5:35, 3rd and 10, 38-yard line of Sterling. And a nice run by Ferguson. It will be for about 4 yards, but he's not getting hit until he's 4 yards deep in the.
Yeah, but since he missed those 2 passes, it's 4th and 6, so we've got a pretty good chance of stopping him here.
It is 4th and 6. He has Legree and Looper to his right on the right
this is
side.
going to be some kind of drag pass thing right across the middle of the field. Right at the stakes, probably.
Crum right now moves Ferguson left. Legree goes in motion, as Clark said, right across the field. He's looking for him. He's got him wide open. A nice route. He's hit hard by Farney. Farney can't stop him. Right at the sticks. Zane might be hurt, and that will take the ball all the way down to the 18-yard line of Sterling. Zane gets up. He might have bunged up his shoulder, I'm guessing.
Yeah. He got a little dinged up on that.
Little stinger. He came up and popped Legree. You called it, Clark. He went in motion, Legree did, and right across the formation, and a nice pass by Crumrine. And now as the clock runs, 4:40 in the first quarter, Sedgwick ready to start or strike. Both teams with just one possession here, and there will be a timeout by Sedgwick, and we will take a 1-minute timeout here in Sedgwick. This is Black Bear Broadcasting and Ad Astra Sports. And that's just fine. 1st and 10, Crumrine fake it to Ferguson. He'll go to his left. He'll be dropped by Darren Maxwell, the sophomore. He gets 3 yards down to the 15-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 7 for Sedgwick. Again, Sedgwick hurries up here. Crumrine, or Legree here on the right side with Boston Eckert facing him. That'll be illegal motion as a new running back into the game, Maverick Stoth, the 5'11", or 6 foot 175 junior. So that'll back the Sedgwick up.
Did we wear out number 8? Too many carries?
Well, I don't know, but would you care to tell your fans what you're doing right now?
No.
That's why you haven't heard from
we're on radio.
Well, it's very shark-like. You can bet what he's doing. Crumrine back, 2nd and 12, 3:55. He'll throw the swing pass to Stoth, and he's going to outrun Boston Eckert down to the 6-yard line, where he's out of bounds. 3:48 with that one out of bounds. That will be a first down, and it'll be 1st and goal on the 7 is where they marked it. Sterling yet to have an answer for anything that Sedgwick has done so far.
We definitely didn't have an answer to the rushing game. With number 8 here, he's been a beast. There he is again.
Ferguson up.
He's just knocking our guys straight back when they come up and hit him.
Zane Farney, good to see him back in. He makes the initial hit.
I don't think so. Oh, yeah, there he is.
Thank you.
You're right. Sorry. I'll admit it when I'm wrong.
Tucker Haas on the top. How's your Chick-fil-A, by the way?
How do you know I have it?
Well, I didn't get any, but I heard you talking about it, and you were pretty intense on getting that. 2nd and goal from the 4. Ferguson to the left, and there are whistles.
It's free. That's the key to it. Free Chick-fil-A.
Got a false start again on Sedgwick, who's just got to drive Sedgwick coaches crazy here. 3:14 backs him up, and now it will be 2nd and 9. Almost 9. From the 9. Clock will run 3:12. Sterling now adding another defensive lineman as they're in a goal line with Nolan Plouts showing blitz. He goes in, no hole for Ferguson, spins, and the Black Bears corral him at the, with really no gain there, Clark.
He couldn't get his pad level, though, that time. He went through the standing 2 up, straight up in the air. We were able to stop him. Well, interesting down here. Some kind of rollout pass, probably. Or option with 8, but I think we're going to roll out. Look for those crossing routes again.
Ferguson way right. He'll lead Crumrine to the corner, and he'll be in for the touchdown. As
it was a run pass option.
Yes, it was.
And he took the run part of it.
So a 8-yard run for Corey Crumrine here in the first gets Sedgwick on the board. 6-0.
Now don't forget, but we already basically scored once, but had too many penalties. So we just got to match them.
Sedgwick will kick as Legree is one of the better kickers in the state in 1A. And right after this, we'll take a 1-minute break. And the kick is good. And Sedgwick leads 7-0 with 2:26 remaining in the first quarter. This is high school football on Ad Astra Radio and Black Bear Broadcasting. Welcome back to Sedgwick as we've got a 3-ring circus here, nearly 4-ring circus as we bring you this football game up here. Not sure how anybody lets us do this as Sedgwick just scored to make it 7-0. They'll put together a nice 70-yard drive. Big chunks coming on the ground for Sedgwick. Really only one pass completion really through there, but it was a big one on 4th down to Dallas Legree from Corey.
This is a big drive for us, I think.
2:26. Farney back to receive again, standing on his own 10. This one's to the deep left corner again. He'll let it bounce, pick it up on the 9. He'll dodge, and no, they're just simply stated there is no blocking from the Sterling Black Bear kickoff return team.
Well, especially early on in the play. There's 5 red shirts with about 15 yards of space between them and the next Black Bear. It's Zane and 5 red shirts, you know.
It is, and so something to work on. As we found out, you have to practice first, and you don't really get to see live stuff till the first game. So
I would agree with that. It's a very stressful thing for Coach.
Sterling starting on the 17-yard line. They've got 2 nose guards, shade nose all over Cameron Morris. Sterling's best play has been this one, the sweep to Wyatt Newberry, and he'll get 6 out there. But if you notice on your screen, you will see that two tilted nose guards right on Cameron Morris, and he can only block 1, and one of them seems to come free every time. So a difficult thing for him to do. He's going to have to get help from his guard. Burgess